Thank you to everyone who is joining us here on NBCLA.com, Telemundo 52, and all of our streaming platforms. I'm Eliana Marino, alongside my pilot James Pollard, and we are following a fast-moving police pursuit that is making its way northbound on the 605 freeway, coming up to Valley Boulevard. So we're in the area of the 10 freeway, and this is the California Highway Patrol that is now in pursuit of this vehicle. It was described over the scanner as a Honda Pilot, silver in color, and the person inside is wanted for grand theft. Now, at this point, that is unknown if the vehicle was what was stolen or if it was other items amounting to what would equate to grand theft, which I believe is about around $1,000. Now, it wasn't originally CHP in pursuit. It was actually El Monte Police, but it is now, of course, the California Highway Patrol that has taken over the pursuit now that it is on the freeway. But he's actually using the right shoulder here, kicking up stuff there that was in that lane, trying to get around some slower moving traffic. This guy might lose control. He might actually just drive himself into a dead end potentially, but there you go. He was able to make that transition to get onto the 10 freeway. So we're going onto the 10 from the 605 in the Baldwin Park area. So it looks like he's going to be exiting yet again. So he's at the transition now for Fraser, making that left-hand turn. Again, California Highway Patrol in pursuit behind him, but a sheriff's airship overhead. There's his night sun right on cue. And again, this person wanted for grand theft. At this point, it's unknown exactly how many people may be in the vehicle or whether the driver is a man or a woman. But it's a chase that we heard about 20 minutes ago or so. We took off from Whiteman, and that's just about how long it takes us to get over here. And looking at the vehicle, I'm going to push in here just a little bit. You can see that there's damage to the mirrors there on both sides of the vehicle. Kind of losing control a little bit here, so not the best driver. And moving into a parking structure, could have called that. That is a move that we have seen time and time again with suspects going into parking structures where they know they're going to be able to dodge the helicopter, and if they've dodged the units behind them, they might be able to get away. And at this point, that's exactly the situation that this guy was in. There were no units directly behind him because of that move that he made getting onto the 10 freeway from the 605, but he is now in this parking structure, Baldwin Park. We're in the area of Bess Avenue and Judith Street. And again, CHP was behind him. They weren't behind him when he pulled into the structure, so that's going to be to the advantage of the bad guy. And airship, the sheriff's ship, can only do so much. You see his night sun there shining on the structure where he last saw this guy go in. But we'll just kind of watch the exits and see if perhaps he drives out. But most of the time in these types of situations, the suspects do just abandon the vehicle inside the structure and then take off running. It's unknown if the car was stolen. Again, this guy was wanted for grand theft, so there is a possibility that the vehicle itself was what was stolen. And if that's the case, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to track exactly who this person was. Now, this is a massive parking structure. So lots of places to hide. There's a CHP cruiser rolling by. I'm sure he's going to try to find an exit to park at. There you go, just stopping right there. What they try to do in these situations is just bring the deputies in, or in this case, the officers from the California Highway Patrol, bring them in, have them block the exits and entrances so that if this person decides to drive out, they're going to be right there. This actually, let's see. I want to see what this structure belongs to. It actually belongs to Kaiser, so it's a Kaiser Permanente parking structure. And then you see the CHP officer. at the exit there, just in case the guy decides to drive out, or maybe they'll even see this person walking out. So sometimes people will abandon the vehicle inside and then try to blend in by walking away. So let's see if either one of those two things happens. There's another CHP officer pulling up right now. And once again, if you're just joining us, we were over a chase that was a fast-moving chase, but we really only got it for a few minutes as the driver drove into a parking structure. But you now see the CHP officers kind of just swarming the area surrounding this structure. They'll set up a perimeter to see if perhaps they can block this guy in and take him into custody. But again, this is a very large structure, so he's going to be difficult to find.